Hi, I'm Rick Conlow. I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk about creating employee engagement, 4 methods that work. And why do I bring this topic to you? Seems like everybody's talking about employee engagement and they have all these surveys to be able to get it done. But let me start with this picture of Carl Burrow of Brazil. Here he is riding a 100-foot wave off the coast of Portugal and beating the Guinness Book of World Records by 22 feet. Wow, it's incredible. You can barely see the guy in the picture. It's just fantastic. Why do I share this with you? It's a reminder to me, and I hope it is to you, that people have tremendous potential. And in the right circumstances, with the right coaching and tools and situation and leader, let me add, they can accomplish incredible things. That's the building block for what I'm going to talk to you about. Now, employee engagement is not a survey, even though everybody has one. It isn't that you do it once a year or every 2 years. It isn't something a manager has to do and then create some action steps because the company told them to do it. It isn't a number on a survey. It isn't a fallacy either. There really is a thing called employee engagement, and it isn't a waste of time, although many people are confused about how to get it done. There was a conference recently, and managers sitting around, and they had all these surveys by this survey company, and they were talking about, how do we increase the number? Instead of talking about what do our people need and want from us. So what is employee engagement? When you think about it, it's ownership. It's creating the environment people buy into what you're doing, what you need to accomplish. You as a leader, so that it brings out the best in them to accomplish things. That's what we're after. So how do you do that? First of all, let me say this. My business partner, Doug Watzbaugh, and I have published a number of books, and one of them is Superstar Leadership. And we have a 3D model in there, and what it is about is revolutionizing the effectiveness of leaders. We say that leadership is a high-contact sport, and it's about positive influence that you bring to bear in terms of what you do. It's both who you are, your values, and your behavior in terms of how you engage people. And so this is what we want. We want the energy and excitement like this picture of people engaged and enthusiastic about what's going on. They'll go the extra mile because they want to. So we say 4 steps. Here we go. Input, involve, interact, improve. So let's take each one. Let's take input. What is input? 3 quick things to talk about. You need to have feedback sessions as a manager with your people on occasion. Say, okay, how are we doing here? What's working? What isn't working? What can we do better? And then you listen. And then another way to do it is have brainstorming sessions. Hey, we got problem X here. Let's get everybody's input on it. Let's brainstorm. Everybody write down some ideas they have, brainstorm, put it all together. You'll come up with better ideas. That's where you get innovation, if you will. And then in your one-on-ones, we can talk about what's working and what isn't working. What are you getting from me that's helpful? What are you getting from me that isn't helpful? That takes some guts for a manager to do that, because they may get some feedback in any of these cases about something they need to do better or something they're doing wrong. So the first one here is we need to be able to do this. We need to get input, which means we need to listen to feedback as a leader. Then second, involve. What does involve? It means get them, their ideas, their talents, their potential, engaged in what we're doing. For example, one of our clients was looking to improve customer service. And they had tried and was getting nowhere. One of the things we helped them do is identify their key issues related to service. And then we helped them put 22 different action teams. They're a big company. 22 different action teams on this with a process of how to work together as a team and how to document what they were doing to improve results. Wow! And their numbers exploded. And everybody was excited. Service wasn't just something that a department does. It was something everybody did. That's where you get the positive emotions. That's what I'm talking about. Third area we want to get into is interaction. And how do you generate that enthusiasm and focus? Not just for one day or a week. Well, it starts. You need to have regular team meetings as a leader. I can't tell you how many times I've seen managers that don't ever meet with their people. They send them emails. As if that technology solves all the problems we face in organizations, let alone cell phones and all those kinds of things that we use today. So we got to have a team meeting, learn how to do a meeting effectively, Learn what to cover, get your people involved. It'll keep them focused, energized, and excited. And then we can do the second thing in those meetings is give informal recognition, praise for progress, celebrate accomplishments. And of course, we'll want to do that one-on-one and in informal coaching sessions that we have with our people throughout the day, on the phone, through an email, in the hallway, as we go and say, how's it going? Checking in with people. And I get some managers say, I don't want to babysit people. It isn't about babysitting people. It's about human relationships here. We tend to forget that with the advent of all the technology that's going on today. We want to report it, analyze it, put it in data in a spreadsheet, a chart or something like that, instead of talk to people and listen and engage them like I'm talking about here. And then the fourth thing we want to talk about is improve. And what is that? Is you just got to keep the questions open. You need to create a climate, an environment where anybody can bring up an idea how we can improve without being beaten down or beaten on the head or criticized for bringing that idea up. So we want to ask, how can we improve? How can we do better? And have quarterly planning sessions. That's one little gem I'll share with you on this. That we get our team together, review the last few months, what we can learn from that, and then we plan to move ahead. Wow! That'll create engagement. You don't need an annual survey to tell you that your people are engaged. You won't need action steps. You already have them. You'll beat the whole thing to the punch and it'll get done. And we've seen where managers take the lead and make this happen, they get the results. Now, here you'll see a picture maybe that's a little confusing. It's got lots of, well, they're inventions in human history over time. And I'm not going to read them all, but you go from the light bulb to the gun to, an automobile to the smartphone. Wow! Why do I share this? Human history have seen just a growth of technology over time. Yet in leadership, we tend to gravitate towards all of that, and we forget the importance of human behavior, of communicating, of interacting with people, of talking with people, of human relationships. Our people are our greatest asset. And maybe we need to advance our leadership skills faster than we've done some of this technology. And I also want to say this, leadership is a state of mind before it's anything else. If we don't believe in it, if we don't value it, we're not going to do it. And it takes all the things that we do. And again, as I said, we cover that in our book. Here's our superstar leadership model. All those things go together with trust, consistency, and passion tied up into it. That's where we get our results. There's really no excuse not to be an effective leader. Tons of books. We say read lots of books, including ours. Keep learning. Go to seminars. Look on the web. You get lots of webinars and articles that you can use. Be a student of the game. And if you want your team to be better, you have to be better as a leader. That's what I'm talking about. I have this dream that soars on golden wings. I dream of your achievements and your legacy that sings. I do not know all about your awesome goals or your persistent efforts to raise the bar. I only know you can be the best, if not a superstar. Take care.